Good Wednesday morning, all. Karen here. And I was out burning trash, and I look over, and here's Georgia with a chipmunk. Usually it's Suki, but this time, so I had to run back in and get my camera. Evidently, this will be the excitement for the day. And they let it get so far, and then zoom. She's just having a blast. Just don't go towards the road, okay? Hate it. Well, she probably lost that one. I can't see her fine. Well, no, it does look like she's playing around with it out there. Oh, there it goes. Our neighbor has these this property line thing, not that to keep us out. I don't know why he does it, but I guess because that's the house that I grew up in over there. That's where my mom lived. She passed away last June. She was in a nursing home. She had dementia and found out several physical problems, possibly pancreatic cancer. But anyways, not to get off topic, that was my childhood home. That's where I grew up at. And we had to sell the house, of course. And so at some point, nobody's living there right now. The guy that bought it is going to, he said he's going to rent it out. And he's been working on it, not so much the outside because there's quite a few weeds around there. Oh, if my mom saw this, she would not be happy. But the inside is absolutely gorgeous. It looks so totally different than what I grew up in. Not that it was, awful, but it just, it was it was kind of odd too, the way it was set up. But it was a homemade home. My dad and grandpa built it. And so there's a lot of things that were not quite right in the place, but anyways, he fixed it up, and he's going to be renting it out at some point, so that's going to be kind of weird. But anyhow, my point was our neighbor, he I think when he found out that the house was sold, he put up the lines just to mark where the property lines are. Well, yep, you lost it, didn't you, girl? You lost the chippy. Poor baby. What? What? You telling your tale of woe? Hmm? Are you depressed? Hmm? Are you upset? Oh, you're panting, girl. It is hot out here, even in the shade, and you're running around like a maniac. You are going back inside with me, girlie. You're not gonna get heat stroke. Because you critters can get overheated just like us humans. Lord only knows how long you were out here chasing that thing before I found you. You. Jojo. Yeah, you better lay down, take it easy, but I'm taking you in with me. It's looking kind of cloudy, like it's gonna rain. They're calling for it this afternoon, which I hope it cools it down, but who knows. But bring on the rain, please. We need it. I mean, it's not terrible. We did get some rain last week, but we could use more. My garden can always use it. My fruit trees and bushes and everything. This is where we have usually a bonfire almost every year, but we haven't been getting it. Last year we didn't have one because it just didn't get big enough. And this year, unless we get significantly more scrap, burnable stuff thrown on there, we're not going to have it this year either, which I'm kind of bummed because it was always nice to have get together with friends and family and just chill. But oh well. But this isn't our property back here. After this line, it's somebody else's property. But they're nice neighbors, and we have a little path in between our island and his island. And he owns all back there. I used to play back here as a kid. There used to be tons of these vines off the trees way up there, and we would swing out on them over. There's this big gorge down there, but we swung on those things. Oh man, to think of it now, I'd be like, I'm gonna die. But as a kid, you're just having fun. You don't even think about the consequences. Oh my, now I just shudder at the thought. If I saw kids doing it, but it wasn't as overgrown. I mean, because we played there so often, it never got overgrown like that. And there's a creek down in there somewhere that we used to catch pollywogs, and that's what we call them. I don't know what are tadpoles, but we call them pollywogs. We used to just play down in there all the time. Now it's just a jungle. So, but it's nice and peaceful back here. You ready to go in there, Puddin'? Jojo. Georgia. Pretty little Georgia. Yeah, you're panting. You're breathing heavy. Poor baby. At least you're laying down, taking it easy now. But, yeah. Let's go on in. We'll talk to you guys later. I've had her inside for, probably half an hour, maybe. And all she's doing now is crying. Like, I want out. Do you hear that annoying, whiny meow? Oh, it's so terrible being in a nice, cool home. She reminds me of Simon's cat. Meow. Meow. That's all she does. Meow. Hi, George. You want to go outside? Is that it? You lead me to the door. I guess you've had enough of a break. I'm going to keep an eye on you, though. I'm going to check on you outside. Can you get the doorknob? Can you get the doorknob, babe? Yes, you good girl. Okay, here we go. Out into the hotness. It's overcast, but still, it's really hot out there. There you go, girly. She's probably going to go back out trying to find that chippy that she lost. Silly girl. Oh, critters. Well, maybe not. Maybe she's... I don't know where she's going. Oh, well. My text thing went off the same time I put this on. Anyhow, this is our temperature here today. It's approaching 100. The heat index I just saw online is, I think it said 103. It feels like it. It is so hot. The humidity is outrageous. It is, I mean, it's stifling in the shade. There's a haze in the air. It's awful. I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to turn this around. Hold on a second. Yes, it's very hot out here. So this will be a short one because I'm ready to go back in already. I'm a wimp. I cannot handle the heat. I'm not getting out in this to do anything. My neighbor was mowing his lawn, and even though it was on the rider, no, I'm not baking out in that sun with 103 heat index. No way. Evidently thought it was, well, I don't even think he finished it, actually. I don't think he did all of it. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe he got too hot. That's probably what it is. Like, forget this, I'm going back in. I don't think they have air conditioning, though, either. But they have a house, not a mobile home like us. I mean, it's an older mobile home. It's like an 83, I think. Yeah, So it's metal, doesn't have the siding or the uh, shingled roof. Everything's metal. So we live in a big metal box and it heats up like an oven. If it's 100 out here, it would be like 120 in there. So yeah, we need air conditioning. It'd be great if we could afford to get central air. I would love that, but that's not happening anytime soon. We'd have to go in debt, and I really don't want to go into debt for something. We might have to go in debt for another car, which I don't relish, but it'll be a used car and it'll be a short-term loan. But still, I mean, we're not anywhere near that point yet. We're still looking at cars, and we haven't even taken out a loan or anything like that. So I just don't want to go in debt if we don't have to. I mean, there's nothing. His car is fine. His AC, it's weird. We're having it checked out again. It works. But what he's finding is it works when he's driving like under 55. As long as he's under like 50, 55, the air conditioner's spitting out cold air. Really, really nice. But when he gets out on the freeway and going 65, 70, it blows warm. And we called the mechanic because he said when he checked it the last time, they couldn't really find anything wrong, but they put a dye in it and stuff, and he said to bring it back and he'd check it again for free. So we called him this morning and told him that symptom that we narrowed down a little bit, and he's like, he even says like, well, that's weird. So we're taking that in. I have it written down. I think it's Saturday morning. We're taking that in. So hopefully we'll get that resolved. I'm thankful my car was fixed. It's working really well. And I keep telling him he could take my car, you know, because I don't use my car every day like he does. I might use it once a week, sometimes twice, but I just don't do a lot of running around. And the trips that I do take, I try to make them count. I made some black bean brownies. I know, you know, it's like, ew, black bean brownies. They are so good. Don't let the name fool you. They are to die for. And, you know, they don't have, they're gluten-free. I don't have to worry about gluten or anything. I don't have any food allergies or anything. So, I just have weight issues. So, I'm trying to stay away from a lot of, you know, like bread and pasta and stuff and sugar. So these are a healthier version of brownies, and they're really yummy. They're almost like a cross between a brownie and fudge. And they're super easy to make. It just makes a nice 8x8 pan, and which is great because I can fit it into my toaster convection oven instead of the big oven heating up the place. Even though we have air conditioning, it gets warm in there, you know. And I had to bump it up to almost 80 in there on the air conditioners because even at 75, it was like not shutting off. And so our electric bill is ridiculous enough, believe it or not. You wouldn't think. I don't know what is racking it up. I mean, we have all energy efficient stuff. It's not, the only thing that isn't really is the big freezer that I inherited from my mom when she passed away. It's a huge freezer, stand-up freezer. But even her electric bill wasn't all that high, even with that. So I don't know what's racking it up, because I keep that sucker full so it doesn't run constantly. I don't know. But I don't want the air conditioners running any more than they have to yet. I don't want to die either. So it's up around 80 in there right now, but at least it doesn't have this humidity in there. But I'm going to get going. I just, I don't like being out here anymore. I'm just looking around for my cats. I do not see them at all. They're either underneath the deck and trailer, or they're out in the woods or something. I'm sure they're in shady spots. But I worry about them, you know. I don't want to lose another one. It's still sad about Chloe. But, anywho, we'll chat with you later, and, at least I hope so. I still gotta, after I work out, I gotta get supper together and take a shower, because Bible study's tonight. So I have a couple hours to do that. So, stay cool, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello. I think this will be my closing video for the day. It's, I'm running a little late. It's like 6:30. I'll be leaving here in about 10 minutes to head off to Bible study. Hopefully it won't be too horrible in the building, because they don't have air conditioning. And there's fans, but it's so hot. I know, I've been saying that a lot in today's vlog. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. From what I understand, it's hot everywhere. It's unbelievable. I don't know how people can live without air conditioning. Although, probably if we lived in a house that had, you know, regular siding and roofing, we might be able to muddle through somehow. But when you live in a big metal box, nah. No, that's not possible. It would be 20 degrees hotter in here than outside. I know, because there was a time when we didn't have air conditioning, and it was easily 20 degrees hotter. I think we pretty much always had a air conditioner in our bedroom, so at least we could sleep at night. But it wasn't until recent years that we actually, well, we've probably had an air conditioner for over 10 years. Almost practically since we moved in here 21 years ago, I think. I don't know, but I think age has something to do with it too. I can't handle the heat like I used to. I've never done well in the heat, but as I've gotten older, it's been worse, so I have to be really careful that I keep hydrated and don't do too much when it's really warm. So, no lawn mowing for me in this weather. I haven't heard from Ken for a few hours. I'm assuming everything's going well. He's going to a new store that he's never been to before, so that'll be interesting. We did look on Google Maps this morning to get a bird's eye view of the store that he'll be going to, and now I hear the phone ringing, which means that's probably him. So I will bid you a good night, and have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later.